So guys, back again. Tis Tuesday, I don't know what time it is. I think it's about 2:30. Nonetheless, the thing I wanted to talk about today is advice. We're often out reading articles, seeing what happened with this guy, what this guy did. We often ask people for suggestions or advice on how to do things. But the real question is, are you following through with those pieces of advice? Okay, so it's like if you are trying to lose weight and you've asked 5 people how they lost weight and they all told you eat a little less or eat less of these foods and move a little more, did you actually follow that advice, or did you just decide, I don't like that advice and I think there's a magic pill out there and I'm going to ask the same question to another person? That's not really going to produce any result for you or get you any further. It's like if you found someone who has done the things that you want to do or is experienced doing the things you want to do, you ask them for their advice and then you don't follow through with it, it's a little bit of an insult to that person. You know, it's taking their knowledge for granted, and it's also just kind of showing that you're not taking it seriously or their advice. So it's one of those things that we get caught is that, like, every time we see an article, this one used this particular vitamin or something like that, and the reason everyone flocks between those is because the advice that we all know works, that has been told to us time and time again by our doctor, by fitness professionals and by everyone else, is to move a little more, eat a little less. That's kind of what it comes down to. Move more, eat less. And if you can't move more, eat less. You know, it's very simple. Eat less than what you need to keep the body you have. And yet, everyone seems to find a reason, or rather an excuse, not to do that. They go out and they look for the next article with the next little thing about the 0-calorie food or something like this to find that little thing that they must be missing. They're not missing something little. You're not following through with the advice you've been given. There's a base level there. You should be eating less if you want to lose weight. You've been told this by a multiple of people. You've been told this by your doctor. You've been told this by everyone in the gym. And if you're still not doing it, you need to stop asking the question. You've been given the answer. It's the same if someone wants to get stronger but they don't want to lift stuff in the gym. Well, you might know the answer there too. So it's like, if you are going to ask someone advice, think long and hard. Am I going to follow through with this advice if they give it to me? It's like if somebody got a special diet which helped them lose weight or cut weight for a photo shoot, and you asked them for that and you don't do it, what was the point? You know, maybe you shouldn't have asked for that advice. Maybe you should sort out the other stuff first. It's an easy trap to fall into. It feels like by asking the question, we're just delaying the reason that we have to do something else. You know, we're just looking for, it's like, I don't really want to eat less weight, so I'll keep asking people until I get the answer that is not going to be eat less food. But if you've been doing that for a year or 2 or 3 and you've still not gotten an answer and you've still not putting any effort into actually doing this, why do you keep asking people for advice? Why do you keep asking them? You know the answer. You need to eat less. You want to get stronger. You know the answer. You need to train more. There's no point asking more people. You've not done the basic thing that everyone before you has told you to do. So there's no point looking for more advice. Now, if you need help for someone to keep you on track, if you need to get a gym buddy or if you don't know where to start, that's one thing. But, you know, don't ask someone again in the next week. See if you can go another week without asking someone the secret to losing weight. You already know. Everyone watching this knows. You need to eat a little less. You need to eat a little less of the things we know that are not good. And most of us know shouldn't be eating cake. I had apple tart last night and I shouldn't have eaten that. You know, I couldn't resist. It was the homemade apple tart. It was the apples from 5 miles down the road and it was made by my mother. Of course, it was delicious. Now, having that one time was not my problem. The fact that I had it at the weekend, and the fact that I had another sliver this morning, and the fact that I had it last night, and the fact that I'm already thinking about having it when I go home because I know there's some left there, that's the problem. That's the real problem. Having 4 or 5 servings in the 2-3 days, because it is a bit special. It's from down the road. Or the other thing is when we open up the pack of cookies and we eat half of them and we're like, well, there's only half left. Might as well finish those. It seems like it's a one-off, but it's not. You know, so look, I'm probably gone a bit off tangent from the advice thing here, but what I'm trying to say really is when somebody gives you advice on something specific to do, try to do it, give it a few weeks and see does it make a difference for you. And once you've tried that thing and found it doesn't work for you, then ask for more advice. But if you're asking for advice from the same person over and over again and you're still not doing the first thing, you're not going to get a magic answer. You know, sometimes it's about doing the work. You know, and it's not about doing the work when you feel good, as Jerry West said. You got to do the work every day. Otherwise, it doesn't get done. That's just the simple answer. And I wish I could give you a nicer fairy tale answer to why it's going to suddenly be easier someday, but it's not. You just keep going and one day it becomes tolerable. Sorry, breaking illusions there, but nonetheless. Look, think about it. Think about that last piece of advice you got and did you implement it? Think about, was it why you didn't implement it? Maybe you need to talk to the person about that. And maybe think about what do you need to do with that piece of advice. Okay? But don't go asking 10 people for advice and getting different answers. Get the one piece of advice and follow it through and try it. And see how that works for you. And when it doesn't work, then you can reassess another approach. But don't be trying it for one day and then decide, no, I'm done with this. That doesn't work. So, best of luck, guys. Thanks, Dave, for the thumbs up. I just see you there because I have the phone nice and close to my face. And thankfully, my glasses are in check this week. So, but that's it. Follow through. Dave knows all about this as well. Dave's a very good online coach as well, and definitely give him a hit up if you're looking for a bit of advice. He's a great channel with a lot of great pointers on it as well, on things that basic things that work, because simple things work effectively. Just people don't like it. It's unfortunate, but that's it. Thanks again, Dave. Thumbs up, and look, we'll catch up next week.